And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with Psych. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 166 of the Splashcast Monday Night Raw. I'm your co-host, Reggie.
I'm your co-host Norwood. Our powers combined. We are your HBCU homeboys. We are defeated, but not done. We have taken a rough week. We're
Ass
gonna
kicking.
regroup,
Ass
and we'll
kicking.
be right back. Welcome to the pod. Have a seat. Pour a drink.
Man, welcome, man. Rough weekend for your boys. Everybody lost. Everybody lost. But y'all know what it is when it comes to Monday Night Raw. We do HBCU news around the culture, followed by our NCAA football and NFL football segment. Then we wrap it up with basketball until the end of football season. Then we do the other way around. We do our football. We do our NBA, HBCU, followed by our NBA, then followed by our football segment. So, without
Man, y'all
any
come on in here and
further
enjoy
ado,
this good sports conversation.
without any further ado, how you feeling, brother? Before we get
I'm
started.
actually, I've, well, I ended up having a pretty full Sunday to my surprise. Ended up at the Texans game last night. And while it was great to watch a great game in person, it's also tough for a 7:30 start on a school night for a person who don't hang out on a school night. So it needless to say, there were a couple work naps today, but everything got done.
Oh no, your boy was in the bed by 10:30. I had nothing to stay up for yesterday. I was in the bed by 10:21. I was knocked
And
out.
oh no, yeah, especially after the shellacking and cumulative we've taken over the weekend, you probably want to get in bed. Let me get a good start to the week. Let me forget everything that happened last week. But no, the game was so good that you couldn't even. It was like I can't leave. I got to see how this plays out, and it was worth everything.
Yep. So without any further ado, we're gonna get right into our HBCU segment, people. We're gonna start out with not football, ironically. So Spellhouse Homecoming had a event that I've never seen before. They had a boxing event, and everybody was there. So basically, during Spellhouse Homecoming, one of the nights, a bunch of people participated and they ended up winning a prize, if I'm not mistaken. Well, somebody won a prize. Well, a lot of people got prizes. Some got knuckle sandwiches, some got money. But it was one of the better events, and you can see a lot of people actually showed up. And, if you're going to fight, this is a great way to do it.
I really like this for a couple reasons. This is like PWIs get to have this type of fun, and we typically don't. Number two, this is a place to solve your grievances safely and effectively. And I mean, this, I can't lie. I would like to see this at every homecoming.
You would like
And
to
look
see
at
it
it's packed.
You would like to see it resolve. Like a lot of people, especially we want to send T's and P's out to Tuskegee. If you have a way to get rid of your aggression and go with any grievances, I mean, this is a good way to do it. Now, if you lose like
And
that,
not
buddy,
even that.
he hit
Not
him with
even
the razzle
necessarily.
dazzle.
Yeah, he hit it with the let me warm it up. I'm gonna warm it up, cook you. I'm gonna warm you up, cook you. The Fred G. But
Yeah, he fought
I
with a
mean,
boxer though. That's a real boxer.
yeah,
You can't. Yeah,
not
I don't
even
know.
necessarily just like beef. This is just, it reminds me of when I grew up. We had, and in hindsight, it sounds crazy, but they used to do mud wrestling. Like the girls would do mud wrestling every year at the end of the year,
Sound like some
and it
bullshit.
was. It is the whole county come out. Y'all know what school, what place they gonna do the mud wrestling, and every kid is there, and it's crazy. And this is exactly what it reminded me of. But yeah, I'd much rather have this than y'all fighting on campus, shooting people. Yeah, this is it. I want to know how they got this sanctioned. That is it. Student activities or whoever approved this, and the logistics of just getting a ring out there. This is fire though. I love this.
Yeah, it's fire. Let's see, that didn't work. Let's get to
And y'all know some people y'all want to see get their ass whooped in college too. This
get
this a real
towed down.
this will ruin your homecoming. Though I'm gonna tell you, you playing, and then you end up getting whooped on the Wednesday at homecoming. You might as well lay it on down.
Yeah, because then, especially if you get knocked out like old boy in the blue did, because now people gonna start to try you.
And you remember you was at homecoming, got knocked out. Well, we got it on, especially now they got it on tape. Here it is, just in case you forgot.
Ain't never going nowhere, dog. Never going
You got
nowhere.
to really train to homecoming there. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna fight him. Nah, I just spend the rest of my days training until we get there.
All right. Let's get to these SIAC scores, man. We got Albany State. I don't know what game this was where they played Allen. 3-0. That, I mean, no, they all say 3-0. So I guess this must be softball.
Hold on. Let me go back.
Morehouse played Clark 28-17.
Thank you.
Ooh, Clark beat Morehouse. Clark beat Morehouse 28-17. Lane beat Lincoln University of Missouri 41-28. Miles beat Tuskegee on homecoming 37-7. Again,
Tuskegee had a rough homecoming.
Prayers out to all those
affected. I will say they look like they had a good time though, minus the foolishness.
Yeah. Tuskegee's always a good time
though. It looked like it shook before it shook.
Have you ever been there?
No.
Let me tell you, you walk through them big old gates. Now I ain't gonna lie, you walking back in time now. You feel like you getting on the plantation. But
I have heard that. Wait, is it better or worse than Savannah? Or equal?
It's better. It's better because it looks better. It's upkept. But I mean, if you can think of any type of Gone with the Wind 1920s movie where it pans out and they open the gates and it's just like the big house. I mean, but it's a big old hill, but it's pretty. It's a pretty campus. It's like Hampton of the South. There's no water. The plains. They're Auburn. They on the plains.
That's the only thing. It's like when you get to Savannah, you're like, ooh, like it's a step back in time, but you also like, oh, I'm not really the most comfortable here either. Like
Savannah's the little New Orleans. But yeah, so shout out to Tuskegee.
I'm way more comfortable in New Orleans than Savannah, at least.
Miles put that thing on y'all though. Speaking of Savannah though, Benedict beat Savannah State. Savannah State was winning, and Benedict had a huge second half to come back and win this game and won 35-27. Edward Waters University beat Allen 33-28. Fort Valley fell to Albany State 20-15.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be a close one.
Kentucky State beat Central State 24-14. So we should be coming up on determining who's going to be in the championship game pretty soon.
We're getting closer and closer to.
Because, CIAA Division II championships, because you have the playoffs, a lot of those conference championships end like in this week, next week, and then by the end of November. Like, that's normally it. So, especially in HBCU, you're going to have SWAC Championship at the beginning of December. You're going to have the MEAC. I don't even think they crown a MEAC Championship. I think they just crown regular season as the champion. And then you have SIAC and CIAA Championship games, which both of those are held in Atlanta, Lakewood. So, it's some good football, a lot of drama heading out. So, moving on.
This is where everybody trying to win these last couple games, keep their job at this.
Yeah, this could be it. Moving on to the CIAA. Let me make sure I got this week right. So we got Bowie State beat Lincoln of Pennsylvania 45-7 after that shellacking that they took at Virginia Union. Shout out. Bluefield lost. Bowie State won 45-7. Bluefield lost 27-21 to Elizabeth City State. That's a win for them after losing 91-0. It is what it is. That's a win, bro.
Take your W and go home, fam.
Yeah, Winston-Salem State stays in the running. Well, they stayed in the running and won 37-31 over Fayetteville State. Virginia State beats Virginia Union 35-28 in what some are calling an upset, some aren't, depending on who you speak to. I
I knew this. I mean, it was a 7-point game against 2 really good football teams. You can't ask for any more from that.
that are down the road from each other.
Yep.
And then there's Livingstone and Johnson beat Johnson C. Smith. Boy, Johnson C. Smith fell off the table, boy. So
it's as soon as you start playing good, y'all trick it off. You gotta watch these teams these days. Every game, there's a lot of parity in football these days. I will say across the board at every level.
Yeah, there
more than I think
is.
ever before. Do you think that's the transfer portal?
Yeah.
Because there's not
now,
anybody in any level in football. Yeah, like there's just not anybody in football at any level that's like other than Magic Man Mahomes, and he don't even look good the way he's doing it.
I don't. It's hard to say parity in NFL because the NFL is always going to have parity because of free agency. And now that you've effectively added free agency in college football, you're gonna have a lot of parity. The only difference is you can't play immediately when you transfer. Like in the NFL, if you sign or get traded, there's no trading. But yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it more once we get to the SEC and all of that. There's just no depth. No team has a lot of depth anymore, and that's what's happening. But before we leave CIAA, I do want to say that there will be a rematch, and let me tell you, Virginia State. The Virginia State Trojans will take on the Virginia Union Panthers on the 16th in Atlanta. I know the SIAC is here. I don't know. It might be in Atlanta.
Salem,
in Atlanta.
Salem, Virginia.
Oh, no, it's in Salem,
right
Virginia
there. Salem, Virginia. Yeah.
Why'd you go to Salem, Virginia? I guess you've talked 2 Virginia schools. So, I mean.
Places nobody's ever been. That's where they had them witch trials, right?
Yeah.
I think that's not us. That ain't us. Whichever one it is. No, wouldn't do it. No, now, not ever. But yeah, it's exciting to see a team have their opportunity to get immediate get back. All right, we just played. Run it right back.
Yeah, they got to run it back.
Run that fade.
And let me tell you, if they forget something, if we know that Union can put up 9-1 now. So
yeah,
State, y'all better come ready to play.
And also, I like it because I completely lost. Yeah, just the opportunity. Oh, that's what I was about to say. Just like you talked all that trash. No, excuse me. We talked that trash about the Saints. It's tough to beat a team twice in the same season. Surely tough to beat them back to back.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what we about to get in all of these championship games in the SEC, Big 10, and Big 12. You have to beat all them teams twice. But moving on to the MEAC, a couple games happened. Morgan State played Delaware State 36-28. Delaware State 0-3, 1-9 overall. And then I guess South Carolina State just flexed their muscle on Howard. And beat them 38-14, scoring a touchdown every single quarter.
Let's go. We already hate Howard, and then we also like South Carolina State. Best of both the world. Oh.
So South Carolina State ends up winning, and they are comfortably in the driver's seat of the MEAC. They are first-year head coach Chennis Berry has the South Carolina State Bulldogs off to their best start since 2010, improving to 7-2 overall, 3-0 in the MEAC with that win over with that win over Howard, which was a big game because Howard would have taken over the lead in the MEAC with this win.
And then they won the MEAC last year?
And they won the MEAC last year by beating Central. So South Carolina State, I believe, has clinched the MEAC. If not clinched, I think they have to win one more game because 4 out of 6, yeah. And they would have clinched the MEAC championship, and they'll be going to the Celebration Bowl. South Carolina State has 2 of the best defensive linemen in all of Division II football, FCS football. I believe they are first. Here we go. Asad Hall leads all FCS, all of college football in sacks with 10. And then there is his teammate on the other side, Jaden Broughton, who is ranked number 5 in all of FCS with 8.5 sacks. Why is this significant to us? Because we've been telling y'all that the University of South Carolina has had the best defensive line all year.
Thank you.
And then for South Carolina State to go right there and have the best defensive line in all of the FCS.
Defensive line start and stop in the state of South Carolina at this point. And it's not even close.
They are,
and
I watched
Carolina,
this game against North Carolina.
And South Carolina, y'all should be trying to, I don't know what year they are, but y'all either missed the boat or y'all need to be trying to get these two guys.
The money is being offered, but I think Chennis Berry is selling something that these other schools can't. Whatever it's him. It ain't. It's whatever he's doing. Because they followed him from Benedict, and now they look great. The guys that stayed at South Carolina State look all of a sudden look. I mean, they look good anyway under Buddy Pugh, but they look great now. Phoenix looks like he's going to be a sleeper in the NFL draft now. So at quarterback, so South Carolina State looks and is acting different. And Chennis Berry, bro, I know. Just stay as long as you want to, as long as you can, because eventually they're going to give you some money because all these other teams suck. And they're going to give you some money to go to Division I, to go to the FBS somewhere. And Florida State might come get you. Florida State might come get you where they looking.
Florida. We need all the help, and we need to find our coach. Yeah.
No, I committed for another year.
Chennis, hey, you want to coach the Gators? Shit.
He got him playing.
He gonna get fired this year. He got torched now. We got torched good now. We keep getting lit up like that. They'll fire him too.
Moving on to the SWAC. 52-24 Alabama A&M over Arkansas Pine Bluff. Grambling upsets Alabama State.
What
after
is
we talk big trash
on?
Big trash. Talk hubris and humility. That's what this is, because we talked big trash about Grambling just last week, and they won 24-23. And I think they got one more game before the showdown with Southern in the Bayou Classic. Or they might actually be off this week. I can't remember.
Grambling went from up here with me where I was, this might be the best team or one of the best teams in college football, to the tank. And then after tanking, then you beat one of the better teams in college football in Alabama State. Okay, all right. I don't know. Look at the rest of these stupid scores. Look at the
Jackson
rest of
State won 51-14. We saw that. Alcorn State won 42-21. We expected that.
Get to the foolishness.
PV, who got just ran through this year. Bubba McDowell woke him up, and they beat FAMU 31-12.
That's where your parent wake you up out of the bed when you sleep on get your ass up. Y'all think y'all just finna embarrass me? No, we finna beat them. And FAMU came all the way out here, and I almost went to this game.
Should have gone.
And
that'd have been a good one. I don't even think FAMU brought their I don't think they brought their band though.
But the FAMU people went. I did see that. They were out in big numbers.
Houston? Yeah. We needed just to be there.
Yeah. And I will say FAMU Houston is a good group. They hang out. But yeah, this is unexpected to say the least. I thought FAMU was gonna go down there and monkey stomp them. To lose like this is bad. And then finally
Southern.
Somehow y'all end up in a dogfight in the second worst team with the second worst team in the conference. And
so I guess I was saved. One team won for me. Southern won for me this year. And I thought they was about to lose, because let me tell you, Bethune was up like 13-0. And I was like, oh, Southern. I know y'all not about to get beat at home by Bethune-Cookman that lost to Clark Atlanta. I know y'all not.
And literally, you got, this is the difference between me and you for the weekend, because don't forget Hampton lost too.
Yes, I know.
Everything.
Everybody lost. Everybody lost. Listen, every time I get beside myself talking trash about an opponent, God be like, hey, that's not how I raised you. I'd be like, you right. You right. I ain't about to say nothing for the rest of the year. You right.
Just sit there and shut up.
Yep.
Ooh.
So now Jackson State, I believe, is for sure number one in the East, and Southern still holds number one in the West, but they got to beat Grambling in the Bayou Classic to hold off Alcorn, if I'm not
Chaos.
mistaken. Yeah, because nobody want to see Alcorn
Which I
again.
think I was about to say I think Alcorn's a better team.
Yeah, Southern is trying to figure out the quarterback situation still. Moving on to the Ohio Valley.
Reggie said that every podcast we had this year. Y'all know we about 8th week, 9th week of football, and he talking about they still trying to figure out the quarterback situation. Them in Norfolk State, boy, they might struggle and never know what quarterback to play. Oh, I mean, I'm used to that. I'm a Gator fan, so
Tennessee State wins 45-20 over Western Illinois. If I'm not mistaken, is that who that is? They win their second.
Sorry to this man.
They secure their second straight winning season and have the most wins, 7 since 2016. Eddie George is cooking. They are now 7-3, and they look like they are a lock to make the playoffs this year in the FCS, which is fire. Shout out to Eddie George,
which is exciting. But I feel like there should be more people talking about Eddie George other than me and you. Now, shout out to the realest podcast in the world, the Splashcast. Always remember, like, follow, subscribe. But
shout out to Lights on College Sports. Those two guys, those dudes help us out a lot.
You're right. They do a good job.
They're the only ones that do it. I don't see them nowhere else.
Yeah, but like between like Tennessee State, y'all need to do a better job of selling your coach. Your coach has, I would say at this point, over-delivered. If you want this program to go where it looks like he's leading them, then yeah, y'all need to find a way to put more money into the program because he's delivering. And to a much lesser degree, because I'll be completely honest with you, what South Carolina State is doing with Chennis Berry is better than what Tennessee State is doing, and what he's doing, I think, is a harder. Because you can see that there's a concerted effort for South Carolina State to push.
Oh, I mean, you don't mean coaching wise. You mean as in trying to get
no. As good as I was about to say, as good as I think that Chennis Berry has done this year, I think that what Eddie George has accomplished is greater. They're playing a level of competition up.
Yeah,
they play a much tougher schedule than they're given credit for, and it's like you got this guy who's a legend. He's just not. He's like, that's the problem with humility, is nobody knows how good you really are, and so he's coaching his ass off. And then they kick y'all ass.
Shout out to Russ.
Yeah,
you was talking all that trash, and they out there whooped y'all ass. Was it Tennessee Martin or Tennessee Chattanooga? One of them Tennessee.
Yep.
One of them Tennessees got their ass beat.
University of Tennessee Martin. He's an alum and he played football there. You can't. What you gonna say? Oh yeah, y'all gonna whoop us? No.
Does he know
that's
Ghost?
My school.
Ironically, does he know Ghost? He know Donnie? They played together.
Yeah.
He's like the all-time leading rusher, if I'm not mistaken. There, ain't
he? And Russ was. I don't think he played running back for them. I think he played outside linebacker, defensive back for them. But yeah, they know each other for sure. Shout out to those guys.
Hey man, it's starting to become basketball season. We're starting to get the preseason. We're starting to get what you call tournaments and all of that stuff. And again,
this is because y'all getting y'all ass whooped.
Y'all think that black colleges just be going up there getting their ass kicked by the bigger schools. No, there's tiers too. Centenary?
Yeah. Tiers. Tears. Because if I lose 131-30, it's going to be some tears. And then I'm going to have some beers. And then I'm going to start punching peers. Because I'm going to tell you, ain't no way I'm going to sit here. You think I'm going to sit here for the whole 48 minutes and let y'all just stomp us out by 100? Coach,
so for the audio experience, Grambling beat Centenary 131-30. And Grambling's basketball, women's basketball has posted 100 plus wins, 100 plus point wins in back-to-back seasons.
They beat that Bible college last year. We talked about it on the podcast. I'm gonna tell you right now. I would be concerned. They should have called that. That school need to change from the Centenary to Cemetery because the program is dead. That's
a Bible college too. College of Biblical Studies.
That'll be my last. If I'm on Grambling schedule, I have to look to make sure that I'm not the person who's gonna get 100. Because somebody gonna get that 100-point game. It ain't gonna be me.
Somebody said,
you know how you look at the schedule. Nope.
God couldn't even help the Christian school.
The Lord,
somebody said y'all play 2 biblical schools back to back. What y'all gonna play next? The St. Mary's for the blind? That's y'all gonna keep playing all these people that ain't got no basketball.
All right, y'all better stop laughing at people because they got disabilities. That's where you got the football harder from Gaudet University, and they got them hoods. And I mean, am I sure that they're not better than the Gators right now?
Somebody said, I mean, did Centenary even play before the game?
Get out of there.
They forgot to take the. They said Jesus forgot to take the wheel.
Jesus wept. That's terrible. No. What do you say? What do you say at half?
Oh man, we gonna pray for him. That reminds me of high school. We scrimmaged this school. It's Christian preparatory school, but they were like 58-0, and they beat us, and they would pray for us. Like they would hit us, then they would help us up and say, "God bless you." They beat the shit out of us.
Fam, I didn't sneeze. Don't you say that again, fam.
They beat the shit out of us. They prayed for us.
You
but
cannot beat me and then pray for me. That's the level of disrespect that I'm just never gonna be okay with. Because it's like you pity me and you've already like, what can you do at that point other than just be whooped? You can't get mad. You get whooped again. And re-pray for you, Lord. He knows not what he do.
And then he might, he might get smited. You might get whooped and smited. You don't want that. So, but with that being said, we cut to the end of the HBCU segment of episode 166. When was the last time you heard of somebody
getting whooped and smited?
I'm coming with all
heavy on the smite.
Heavy on the smite. Ooh. There's some jokes there.
Please write that down.
We'll be right back with our football segment. We'll start out with our NCAA football segment. Y'all stay tuned. Always remember, like, follow, subscribe. Go ahead and get you a beverage because I'm about to drink my pain away. I might wait until NFL, but I'm gonna drink my pain away in the NFL though. But we'll be right back, y'all.
Y'all gonna see me when I come back. It'll be different.
No, it won't. It's gonna be the same person you've been all year. We'll be right back. Y'all stay tuned.
Wait, hold on. What should they do? Like, follow, subscribe. Thank you, my friend. Be here for it.